Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss electric field strength due to a long uniformly charged wire. Let us consider a uniform wire, a uniform charged wire. It has positive charge. Thin wire, it is thin wire, like wire. So long or infinite distance, infinite long, no problem. So here lambda coulomb per meter is the linear charge density. Linear charge density of charged wire. It is uniform charge distribution. What do you want? We want to find field strength at a distance r from this wire. I want field at this point. Now draw a Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface. So equidistance. Here this distance and this distance will be same. Equidistance from the wire. Yes, this is also same distance. So here at this point field is E, here also E, here also E, here also E. Field direction this one because it is positive charge. Here sir, this side. Here also this side. At this point, this side. At this point, this side. Here sir, left side. Left side. Left side. So this side is field, this side, right side. Here, left side. So what is the area vector at this point? Area vector is normal outward. Suppose this is the book. So what is the direction of area vector? Normal outward, this side. Now this side. Now upward. So that's why area vector is outward ds bar. Here also ds bar. At this point ds bar. Sir, okay. What about this sir? ds bar same direction of the E bar and ds bar same direction. So about this point is this side. So area vector. This is the surface na? Area vector. Upward. Suppose here downward. At this point, downward. Here E bar and ds bar perpendicular. E bar and ds bar perpendicular. This is the flat surface, na? Circular surface. Circular surface, flux through circular surface is 0 because E bar and ds bar perpendicular to each other. E bar dot ds bar equal to 0. So here the flux through flat surfaces is 0 because E bar and ds bar perpendicular to each other. Therefore here E bar dot ds bar integration through flat surfaces, through all flat surfaces, two flat surfaces are there, this and this, through flat surfaces 0. And E bar and ds bar are perpendicular to each other at flat surface here. That's why here flux through flat surfaces is 0. Therefore, but second one is there, curved surface. The flux through here curved surface. Flux through curved surface is how much? So here flux through curved surface E bar and ds bar same direction. Therefore integration E bar dot ds bar through curved surface is equal to, students listen carefully, is equal to, so integration E ds EDS integration EDS cos 0, because they are parallel to each other, na? E bar and DS bar parallel to each other, theta value is 0, which is equal to EDS. Suppose here E is the constant, na? The field on the Gaussian surface everywhere is same. That condition only Gauss law is applicable, otherwise can't. Therefore, integration EDS, E into integration ds. Integration ds is nothing but the area of cylinder, area of the curved cylinder, of its length of this Gaussian surface is L. That's why area is 2 pi r into L. This is equation 1. So here the flux through curved surface, flux through flat surface 0, curved surface is E into 2 pi RL. That's why here flux through curved surface is nothing but flux through entire Gaussian surface, na? Through flat is 0. That's why this is only there. That's why here flux through entire Gaussian surface equal to this one, equation 1. But according to Gauss law, E bar dot ds bar equal to q net by epsilon naught. Q net by epsilon naught. Q net is nothing but the charge enclosed by the closed surface. So here the charge enclosed by the closed surface is nothing but this portion. Here to here, this portion, what is the charge? Here net charge is equal to, students, net charge is equal to charge per unit length lambda into length of this portion L. Q net equal to lambda into L. Substitute here lambda into L by epsilon naught. This is equation 2. Equation 2. Okay. Up to equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 and 2 equating with each other. Therefore, from equation 1 and 2 we get E into 2 pi r L is equal to lambda into L by epsilon naught, which is cancel here, L cancel. So that is E is equal to, students, E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r. So therefore here E is inversely proportional to 1 by r. Write it down. Okay, then E is equal to, your answer is lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r. E is inversely proportional to r. Right? So what is the field direction at this point? So at this point here field E is equal to lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r, direction I cap. Here minus I cap. When a graph drawn between R and E and R is the inversely proportional. Then suppose when a graph drawn between E bar and R. Sir, here only field right side as well as left side. So field here lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r I cap, this direction. Here lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r minus j cap, this side. So magnitude wise field same. So when a graph drawn between magnitude of intensity of electric field and distance is right side graph, this one, left side what about, sir? Left side. Okay, left side, this is the right side. So when a graph drawn between E bar and R, field, this is the one. So wire field at this point this side. Field this side is the positive. Field at this point this side. Left side negative. So graph is similar to this. Right side is same. Right side same. Okay. Then what is the left side? Left side is the direction changes. This side. That's why you have graph. The graph drawn between these two. Okay. Is it clear? Thank you.